How's it going, everybody? I am very happy to start some candidate conversations. It's been a long time. I feel like I've had a chance to talk with some candidates that are going to be running for various offices. We have a lot of races coming up here. And for Shelton City Council, there's one race in particular that has 3 folks running in it. So there will be a primary opportunity and then into the general. It's for position number 7. And I have one of those candidates here now, Trenton Powers. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me today.
Well, thanks for coming in, and this is really exciting. I know that you also applied and were interviewed with the Shelton City Council when this position 7 came up about a year and a half ago as well, so you're kind of familiar to the process, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
So a little bit about me. I actually have only owned a house in Shelton for about 3 years. I've lived in Mason County since 2016. I helped start a security company here in 2015. It's going really well, ASC Security and Investigations. I'm the operations manager of that. I'm a state certified guard instructor, armed guard, private investigator, ASP International Tactical Weapons instructor. So I do a lot of different things, but I work a lot. That's mostly what I do. Try to spend most of my time with my kids when I'm not working, camping, enjoying beautiful Mason County.
Well, Mason County is beautiful, and if you've only been here a few years and you're already throwing your ring into the hat, you must be motivated. And what's some of the reasons? I mean, what are you seeing around Shelton that got you interested in running?
So yeah, a few things. So what got me interested in the first place is when I bought my house originally. I actually ran into some construction work as soon as I bought my house. The city was dealing with the new project in the historic district, redoing all the streets. There were several of us in the area that weren't super happy about some of the stuff with the project, and we just felt like we weren't being heard. So whenever there came an opportunity to maybe change that, I threw my name out there, wanted to interview for it. That way, instead of just complaining, I could be part of the solution and actually help and make a difference, you know.
Very cool. What have you come to know and understand about, how the business community is here and its dealings with the city? You'll have conversations with folks. Some folks will say it's great working with the city, and some folks will say it's a little tough working with the city. What do you think of the business climate here in Shelton?
I think you have a little bit of both. It really depends on what you're trying to get done. We are a member of the Chamber of Commerce. I think that's great. They really help us out. Everyone that's over there is really transparent, and if you need something, they're going to give you a name and a number and put you in the right direction. However, when it comes to some of the other stuff, licensing, permitting, some of that kind of stuff, we have had run-ins where we just wait a really long time for some of that stuff. Like for me being a certified trainer with security, I have to wait on a lot of licenses, and sometimes that really affects businesses. That's not always, Mason County or Shelton in particular, but those are the issues that I have and that we see whenever we are dealing with stuff like that. So,
what are some of the other things that you've heard in the community, and kind of as you hear them, you go, yeah, I made the right decision to run for this position, because these folks are talking to me about the same kind of thing?
Well, I think that when it comes down to it, we have a lot of issues that get discussed, but they're not fully understood. So, for example, homelessness. Sure. I can talk to a lot of people about that issue in a different perspective because I work with those guys every day. I'm kicking them off of different properties or having run-ins with them or answering questions. And so just the perspective I have that's a little bit different because of what I do, I think really helps out. Because a lot of people, they see the growing homelessness issue. It's a problem here, and it's something that will have to be addressed, pretty soon. But a lot of people think we just need to get them out of here because of this or that. Well, there's a lot of issues that lead up to being homeless. That's more of a outcome than a problem. The issues are the high prices, nowhere to live in Mason County. Mm-hmm. There needs to be more homes. There needs to be more affordable housing, more workforce housing, all of that stuff. So you've got, high rates where the rates are available, maybe not enough jobs, addiction, mental health, and all those things lead up to the homelessness. And so all of it has to be addressed. It's not a one-size-fits-all.
You talked about moving here and looking in the historical society and the historical area of town, and that kind of got you involved. How else are you coming at this position? Like if you were to explain yourself in a few words, how would you come at this position in a position more of, I guess, it's hard to, you don't want to go pro or con on things, but are you like going to be pro law enforcement? That's a tough thing to say, I know, but you kind of understand where I'm going with this. Like, where do you see the council moving if you get onto the position?
Well, kind of going back to why I ran and stuff a little bit too with that. I've seen the growth in Shelton personally because I haven't been here that long. So I've seen some of the new businesses come in. I've seen, unfortunately, some of the businesses leave during the pandemic. There's people still moving in, trying new things. So I think. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
No, we were just kind of trying to figure out.
Right. So as far as what I'm for, I'm pro anything that's going to get this city in a better shape. I am pro police. I am pro firefighters. I am pro EMTs. I am pro business. I want small companies to get started up. I want big companies to continue running here. So I'm for the growth of Mason County and for the prosperity of the city of Shelton is what I'm pro.
So we look down the road 5-10 years. What differences would you see in Shelton after your time on the council?
I could see some more housing. I mean, the city has already proposed a new workforce housing that's exciting. We're going to see a lot, hopefully, of good stuff from that. We heard a lot about the homeless veterans and that little tiny home center, and we kind of haven't lately. So that's something I'd like to dig into maybe if I get elected and see where we drop the ball on that and get it rolling again. I would like to see more businesses come in. I would like to see, especially small businesses, know that there are opportunities. We have one of the most supporting towns I've ever seen as far as people that are willing to stay and shop local, and I think that's awesome. I think that if people understand that, people would try more things.
Trenton Powers is one of 3 gentlemen running for Shelton City Council position number 7. So this is going to be on your primary ballots. The top 2 vote getters, regardless of party, will move on to the general election in November. You'll see his name at the top of the list here for the ballots when it comes to the primary for Shelton City Council number 7 in this candidate conversation. Trenton, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.